India is a vast country located in South Asia. It is geographically positioned at a critical crossroads, sharing land borders with several nations and possessing a long strategic coastline along the Indian Ocean. Geographically, it is the seventh largest country in the world, a subcontinent of immense diversity. This land ranges from the towering Himalayan peaks in the north to the sun-drenched beaches of the south. Its population is the world's largest, with over 1.4 billion people calling this vibrant nation home. The capital city, New Delhi, serves as the political heart of this sprawling and complex nation, a center from which the destiny of a sixth of humanity is shaped. The governance of India is structured as a federal parliamentary democratic republic. The President of India is the ceremonial head of state, while the Prime Minister is the head of government and holds the real executive power. This system is built upon a constitution that ensures a separation of powers among the executive, legislative, and judicial branches. India's complexity is also reflected in its linguistic landscape. While Hindi and English serve as the official languages of the central government, the constitution recognizes 22 other scheduled languages, representing the incredible linguistic diversity spoken across its many states and union territories, each with its own rich literary and oral traditions. Culturally, India is a mosaic of religions and traditions that have coexisted for millennia. It is the birthplace of four major world religions: Media Group, ancient Hindu temple, Buddhist stupa, Jain temple, Sikh Gurdwara in India, at its stock at a distribute_equally Hinduism, Buddhism, Jainism, and Sikhism. Hinduism is practiced by the majority of the population, but India is also home to one of the world's largest Muslim populations, alongside significant Christian, Sikh, and Buddhist communities. This religious diversity gives rise to a spectacular array of festivals, from the vibrant colors of Holi to the luminous lights of Diwali and the solemnity of Eid. Each festival is a public celebration, showcasing a unique cultural synthesis that defines the very essence of Indian society. This incredible diversity forms the bedrock of India's identity. Every state has its own distinct culture, cuisine, art, and customs. The classical dance forms like Bharatanatyam from the south are as different from the Kathak of the north as the spicy curries of Punjab are from the coconut-based dishes of Kerala. This unity and diversity is not just a slogan, it is a lived reality for Indians every day. It presents challenges, of course, but it also provides a unique strength, fostering a society that is inherently pluralistic and adaptable, a microcosm of the world itself, all contained within the borders of one nation. India's economy has transformed dramatically over the past few decades. It is now one of the fastest-growing major economies in the world. This growth is powered by a diverse range of sectors, moving beyond traditional agriculture to embrace modern industries. The services sector is a major contributor to the nation's gross domestic product. Key industries within this sector have earned India global recognition and respect. This economic dynamism is creating new opportunities and lifting millions of people out of poverty, though the journey is far from complete. The ambition is to build a resilient and self-reliant economy that can compete on the global stage. The information technology industry is perhaps India's most famous success story. Cities like Bengaluru and Hyderabad have become global hubs for software development, IT services, and business process outsourcing. Indian tech companies and a highly skilled workforce provide critical services to corporations all over the world. Alongside IT, the pharmaceutical industry has also emerged as a global powerhouse. Often called the pharmacy of the world, India is a leading producer of generic medicines, making healthcare more affordable for countless people globally. These sectors showcase India's ability to leverage its human capital for knowledge-based industries. Beyond the digital and medical fields, India has made remarkable strides in space science. The Indian Space Research Organization, or ISRO, has achieved incredible feats on a remarkably small budget. Its successful missions to the Moon, including a historic landing on the lunar South Pole, and Mars have placed India in an elite club of spacefaring nations. ISRO not only serves national needs, such as communication and weather forecasting, but also offers commercial satellite launch services to other countries. This demonstrates India's capacity for high-tech engineering and scientific innovation, inspiring a new generation to reach for the stars. These key industries are pillars of India's modern economy. They are driving innovation, creating high-value jobs, and enhancing the country's international standing. The Make in India initiative aims to further boost domestic manufacturing and attract foreign investment across various sectors. The focus is on building a robust industrial base that can support sustained economic growth for years to come. India's economic journey is a compelling narrative of ambition and achievement, demonstrating its potential to become a leading economic power in the 21st century. A significant recent milestone in India's diplomatic history was its presidency of the G20 in 2023. This was a moment of immense pride and responsibility. India hosted the Leaders' Summit in New Delhi, bringing together the heads of the world's largest economies. The theme chosen for the presidency was Vasudhaiva Kutumbakam, a Sanskrit phrase meaning one earth, one family, one future. This theme perfectly encapsulated India's vision for a more inclusive and harmonious world order. The presidency was not just a single event, it involved over 200 meetings held in 60 cities across the country, showcasing India's diversity to the world. One of the most celebrated achievements of India's G20 presidency was the inclusion of the African Union as a permanent member of the group. This was a landmark decision that India championed tirelessly. By bringing the African Union to the table, India fulfilled its long-standing commitment to amplifying the voice of the Global South. This move was widely praised as a step toward making the G20 a more representative and equitable institution. It demonstrated India's ability to build consensus and act as a bridge between developed and developing nations, solidifying its role as a leader for countries often left on the periphery of global decision-making. India's foreign policy is characterized by a principle of strategic autonomy. This means it maintains relationships with a diverse range of global powers without being locked into any single alliance. India enjoys a strong and growing partnership with the United States, particularly in areas of defense, technology, and trade. At the same time, it has a historically deep and time-tested relationship with Russia. This balancing act allows India to engage with different blocs and pursue its own national interests. It navigates a complex world by fostering multiple partnerships, a strategy that has become increasingly important in today's multipolar landscape. However, this diplomatic maneuvering is not without its challenges. India's relationship with its neighbor China is complex and often fraught with tension. Unresolved border disputes in the Himalayas have led to military standoffs and a deep sense of mistrust. Managing this relationship is one of India's biggest foreign policy challenges. It requires a delicate balance of standing firm on territorial integrity while keeping channels for dialogue open. Navigating these regional complexities while simultaneously projecting influence on the global stage is the central task of Indian diplomacy today. Internally, India is a nation in constant motion. There is a massive push for infrastructure development, with new highways, airports, and digital networks being built at a rapid pace. This focus on connectivity is designed to fuel economic growth and improve the quality of life for citizens. Programs like Startup India are fostering a vibrant entrepreneurial ecosystem, encouraging innovation and creating new jobs for a young population. These initiatives are part of a broader vision to transform India into a Viksit Bharat, or a developed nation, by the centenary of its independence in 2047. The energy and ambition for change are palpable across the country. Despite this progress, India continues to grapple with significant challenges. Poverty and inequality remain persistent problems, with a large portion of the population still struggling for basic necessities. While the economy is growing, ensuring that the benefits of this growth reach everyone is a critical task for policymakers. Issues like environmental pollution, access to quality healthcare, and reforming the education system require sustained effort and investment. Addressing these internal issues is just as important as India's global ambitions, as the nation's strength on the world stage ultimately depends on the well-being of its own people. The successful G20 presidency, marked by the unanimous New Delhi Leaders' Declaration and the inclusion of the African Union, has cemented India's position as a significant global player. Figures like Amitabh Kant, the G20 Sherpa who recently retired after a long and influential career, were instrumental in steering these diplomatic successes. India is increasingly seen as a voice of reason and a consensus builder in a polarized world. Its advocacy for peace and dialogue, encapsulated in the statement that today's era must not be of war, resonates widely. The world is looking to India to play a constructive role in addressing global challenges. In conclusion, India stands today at a pivotal moment in its history. It is a country of immense scale, diversity, and complexity. Its growing economy, technological prowess, and proactive diplomacy have given it a new